Something weird happens the moment you imagine a world without cash. Not because people stop paying, because money itself starts behaving differently. Most people think replacing cash with Bitcoin would simply make payments faster, cheaper, and more secure. That's the dream. But that's not actually the interesting part. The real question isn't whether Bitcoin could replace cash. It's what happens to everyone else if it does. Because once you start pulling on that thread, the entire financial system begins to unravel. Let's imagine tomorrow morning every country announces that cash is no longer legal money. From now on, every transaction must happen using Bitcoin. At first, almost nothing changes. People still buy coffee. People still get paid. Businesses still sell products. Life goes on. In fact, the payment system might even work better. But something invisible has disappeared. Because banks don't just store your money, they use it. Your deposit becomes someone else's loan. That family buys a house. That business hires another worker.
That factory buys a new machine. One deposit quietly powers an entire economy.
Now remove that one deposit. The house loan never gets approved. The business never hires that worker. The factory never buys that machine. Nothing explodes. Nothing catches fire. The economy simply grows a little less. Now imagine that happening across every bank, in every country, every single day. That's when the real problem begins.
Banks stop creating as much credit. Loans become harder to get. Businesses cancel expansion plans. Families delay buying homes. New construction slows down. Fewer people get hired. Wages grow more slowly. Consumer spending starts falling. Businesses earn less revenue. Some businesses close. Banks become even more cautious. They issue even fewer loans. The slowdown feeds itself. This is called a credit contraction. And it can happen, even when everyone is still paying with Bitcoin. Because payments and lending are two completely different systems. Bitcoin can replace payments, but replacing bank deposits is a completely different challenge.
Could we build a new system? Maybe. But it would have to replace far more than cash. It would have to replace everything banks quietly do behind the scenes, and that's a much bigger challenge than most people realize. The next time someone says Bitcoin could replace cash, remember, replacing payments is easy. Replacing the system behind them is the hard part.